So today we'll see patterns patterns in Java. Now patterns are, you can say, we print certain things on the screen by following a pattern. Like for example, this is my computer screen and I want to print something like 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 and 3. So it goes with one particular pattern, kind of. It's not like it's printing 1 then 2 3 then 4 then 5. No, this is something unorganized. This is called as organized thing. Like you have all the things in one particular style. So this pattern programming, normally it is done so that you people get an idea of nesting of loops, or you can say nesting of two iterations. Maybe you can use while loop for it, for loop for it, do while loop for it. So this are normally, they are practiced um, for printing one particular pattern, which you can either generate, you can take a limit from a user, or you can have your own way. Like suppose if I want to print only this 3 lines, so I can have only for those 3 lines. Or you can ask the user what is the limit, enter your limit, and based on that you can have your pattern increase. Like suppose a person says the limit is 4, so you can have 1 1 2 3, sorry, 1 2, then we'll have 1 2 3, then we'll have 1 2 3 and 4. If a person says 5, the limit, so it should be like this: 1 1 2 1 2 3, then 1 2 3 and 4, 1 2 3 and 4 and 5. So like this. So this is called as pattern. Now still, now I have not explained you all anything. I just started with what is pattern. Now first of all, we'll see the basic part, like how the computer prints. If you see properly, a computer, when it prints, is just like a typewriter. It starts printing from one point. Like see, suppose this is my screen, this is my computer screen. I'll just draw it once again. This is my computer screen. Now when the computer prints, it starts from the left hand side. It starts on the left, it goes towards the right while printing, and when it comes across the end of the line, it goes on the next line, and when it goes on the next line again, it starts from the left. This is what things followed while printing on the screen. So if I happen to print 1 1 2 1 2 3, the computer will first start the control. It comes here, it prints 1, it goes on the next line, then again it starts printing from the left hand side, that is 1, then 2, then again it goes down, it prints 1 2 and 3, and again it goes down. So the cursor moves in this way from left towards the right, like how we write, how you all have seen an old typewriter. As soon as you press the keys, it starts typing from the left hand side, it goes towards the right. So this is a, like one particular rule, or you can say one particular style of typing is being followed almost in all the computers, in all the machines. Now if you observe this particular pattern which is being shown over here, like first it will print 1, then it goes down, that means it just goes on a new line. So I write my observation. See, my first step is what? I print what? I print 1. Then my second step is what? After printing 1, I'm not printing anything more. Harsh, can you see my screen, Harsh? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Huh. Then it goes on a new line, so I write the next instruction, new line. Huh? Then it prints again. So third point is what? Printing. But what am I printing? 1 and 2. Then after printing 1 and 2, I go to the next line. So I write over here 4. My next instruction is new line. Okay, then again when I come on a new line, again my fifth. Now I'm writing this like a small algorithm. So my fifth step is what? Print again. And what shall I print? 1 2 and 3. After printing them, I need to go on the next line. So my sixth instruction is what? New line. Now this is like a formula, see, which I have created over here. First printing, then new line, first printing, then new line, first printing, then new line. Oh, that's great. So I'm first printing it, and then I'm leaving a line. So if I want to, when I'm printing, see, if you see over here, when I'm printing, I'm not printing the things which are there on the same line, I'm not printing them on different lines. I'm printing them on the same line itself. That means when I'm printing, I'm not leaving a line. When I'm printing, I'm not leaving a line. When I'm printing, I'm not leaving a line. But after my printing is done, then I leave a line. So what I'll do is I'll write over here, see, system system dot out dot print print. So see what I'm using over here, print. That means this particular line will never leave a line. It will just print what is there given inside the brackets. Now the instruction, next instruction, if you see, the first instruction was printing, second instruction was leaving a line. If you see this particular habit which I have written over here, that is printing first, leaving a line, printing first, leaving a line, printing first, leaving a line. So printing first is done. Now leaving a line ke liye I'll write sys system dot out dot println. Now this ln plays a big role. Ln means what? New line. New line, line. So see this thing which you can see over here, see which I'm highlighting over here, this is a new line. So if you see the sequence which I have written, the code, if you see properly, first line is printing and my second line is leaving a line, right? Now this I want to repeat for how many number of times? Now I want three lines, 1 2 3, if you can see in this figure. So what I'll do is I will print this. I will say wait, I will erase this part. Now this I'll erase it off from here. Yep. Now see the entire thing which you can see over here, I want to repeat it for 3 times, so I put this in a block. So I take a for loop. I'm a bit lazy, I want everything to be in one line. So I'm using a for loop. I'm taking a variable as int I is equal to 1 semicolon, I say I less than or equal to 3 semicolon, I say I plus plus. Now see this entire thing will go for 3 times because I want 3 lines. How many lines I want? 3 lines. So for 3 lines I have taken a loop and I have repeating that loop for 3 times. Simple. Now you'll ask me, sir, what about the inner content of printing this? That is print 1 2 1 2 3 whatever. So that is being done by this fellow. So now this fellow will also, I need to repeat him. So again I put it in a block. So while printing, now what shall I print so that I get 1 1 2 1 2 3. So how I'll get this? This is also very simple. See, now you must be wondering, sir, here one variable if you write, how we can print different values. So I'll show that also. See now, since I want to repeat this, I put that in a block. Now that block I'll use again for, or I can use while also, I can use do while also, but I don't have place over here, I'm using for, which is more convenient. Then I'm saying over here int j is equal to, now I'm using one variable j. Now what I want, see, if you observe properly, that is 1 1 2 1 2 3. If you observe this carefully, now the inner part which we are printing we need to focus on. So now what, see, now my starting, all my startings are same. All my startings are same. Harsh, can you see this? All my startings are same. If you see
Yes.
my ending points, see my ending points are different. See, these are my ending points, and all my ending points are different. First time it should end at 1, second time it should end at 2, third time it should end at 3. So but my starting, all my startings are 1. So I'll write int j is 1 semicolon. This is a nice trick I'm showing you. Now my starting point is this is my start. I'll write over here, I'll mention this is my start, start, start. So my starting point is fixed 1. That's what I've written over there also. Now what am I supposed to do? Listen, now my ending point is not fixed. This is all my end parts. These are all not fixed. This is 1, then 2, then 3. So here this loop, I cannot say j less than or equal to 3. This is wrong. I cannot even say less than or equal to 2. That is also wrong. I cannot say less than or equal to 1. That is also not proper because it will go only for one time. I want every time this loop should go, the loop ka repetition should change. So then there is not required to put a literal. If you put a literal over there, literal means a constant value. So the loop will go only for that constant number of times. Now I want it should vary every time. So a variable will come over here. So I'll take a variable over here as int w and I put it as 1. Now see, my first time ending is what over here, Harsh? see 1. So I'm assigning w as 1. So I can put that w over here. So this loop will go for one time, that's for sure. And then what I'll print? I'll print j ka value. And then I'll say j plus plus. Done. Now this is my ending. This is my step. Same thing goes with the outer loop also. Now here, if you see, I have used two loops. This particular thing is called as outer loop, and this is called as inner. Now the outer loop is doing leaving lines ka stuff. The inner loop is doing printing ka stuff. Now I'll show you the dry run also, see how it works. Now I'll just erase this portion which is not required right now. Now I'll do a dry run over here. See, now first of all I'll write I is 1. Now after doing this, it will move on to this inner part. Now this inner part, that is your condition checking, says I ka value is 1, less than or equal to 3, it is true. When it is true, it will enter, see, it will enter here. So when it enters over here inside, since the condition is true, j ka value is initialized to 1. Then after doing this step, then it comes over here in the center part. It will check j ka value is how much? 1, which is less than or equal to w ka value is what? 1. Yes, so it is true, it will go inside. It will print what? J. So on the output screen, it will print J. J ka value is how much? 1. And then after this, it to come across over here, it will go where? 2 steps. So my J becomes 2. When my J becomes 2, again from here, it will come to this part and it will check the value of J, that is 2. 2 is less than or equal to W ka value. Now W ka value, initially we have taken 1. And so this condition is false, it will come out. It will reach to this part, it will leave a line. So the cursor goes, now earlier the cursor was over here, see if you can see, observe this portion. Earlier the cursor was over here. As soon as it come across this line, the cursor goes on the next line. Now here there are no other statements to be executed, so from here it will again go up here on this part, that is I plus plus. So my I becomes how much? 2. My I becomes 2. Now when my I becomes 2, it will start checking the condition over here. But I'll use some different color. Yep. So from here it goes here. Now my I is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3, true. It goes inside. When it goes inside, see, it enters over here, see. That means whatever variable I had earlier of j, that will get erased off from the memory. I get a new j and again it will initialize with the value 1. Now after doing this first statement, that is your initialization, it comes to the checking part. Now checking part means what I have, j is how much? 1, and my w is also 1. If you see my w, that is also 1. Now I'll check j ka 1, is it less than w ka 1? Yes, it is true, it will go inside. Earlier in the output screen it was 1 and then the cursor was down, so it will print over here also 1. Now again from here it will go to the step part, so j will get incremented to 2. Again it comes over here, it will have 2. Now this condition is checked, see from here it will come here, so condition is checked, 2 is less than or equal to 1, it is false, so it will come out and it will reach out to this statement. But then since we have come to this statement, what will happen? The cursor goes down. Array, but it is only printing 1 1 1 1. But actually what we require, see this, actually we require 1 1 2 1 2 3. There is a problem. Now that w which is there, the inner loop ka the ending part, ending the variable which decide the end of the inner variable, it's always 1. It should become 2 also, it should become 3 also, it should become 4 also. So what I'll do is, one thing which I have missed out, that is w plus plus outside the inner for. Now after doing this change, again I'll do the dry run. See properly what dry run I do over here is very important. See now here again I start, I have my w ka value, that is 1, I put over here 1. Then I come across this line, that is I ka value is also 1, I initialize. Then it will check I ka value whether it is 1 less than or equal to 3, true. It goes inside. When it goes inside, that means the control comes here. And then I have my j, I initialize my j to 1. Then 1 of j Is it less than or equal to 1 w? Yes, it is true. It goes inside, it prints j. So on my output screen I get the value 1 printed and the cursor remains beside. Then after this it goes to this portion, that is j plus plus, j becomes 2. I have over here 2 less than or equal to 1, it is false. Then it comes down over here, then it prints system.out.println, so the cursor goes on the new line. Then from here it goes up to the I plus plus. Now my I get increments to 2. Now from here it will jump to the condition checking part. So I have here 2 less than or equal to 3. Now if the condition is true, it will go inside. When it goes inside, again see people, it will enter inside na? So the old j is erased on the memory and we get the new j, it starts with 1. So now after this line is done, it goes to the condition checking part. Now but in here one mistake we did. Y'all remember one particular step we have missed out. Can you all tell me which step we have missed out? Harsh?
W plus
Yes,
plus.
very good. What Dishita says is right. This particular thing we have missed out, and this gets incremented when before the we leave a new line, and W becomes 2. Now when we go up, I became 2. Then we have 2 is less than 3. It goes inside. Then J becomes 1, and that's what I have done over here. Then J is 1, but this time my W is not 1. My W is how much? It is 2. See, we have incremented over here. So if you see here, so then now what will happen? It will print jk value. Jk value is what? 1. So it will print 1. The cursor remains beside. Then from here, see from here, this is the, it goes to j plus plus. J becomes how much? 2. Then now again from here it jumped to the condition part. Now my jk value is 2. 2 is less than or equal to true. It goes inside. It will print jk value. Now what is jk value over here? See, it is 2. So it prints 2 and the cursor is beside. Then again j plus plus, so my j becomes how much? 3. Then again it will check the condition, j is 3, 3 is less than 2, false, it comes down. Now the very important thing, that is w plus plus, which we have missed out, that we don't need to miss out this time. So what we will do is, I'll take a pen with a different color. Okay, now w plus plus, it is very very important. Now w plus plus, w ka value becomes 3. Then it will go to this line, that means the cursor goes on a new line over here. Then again from here it will go where? To I plus plus. My I will become how much? 3. Then from there it will check the condition, 3 is less than or equal to 3, true, it will go inside. Now again while going inside, listen people, it will again enter in this for loop, the inner wala. So this j will get erased off, and what shall I get in now? Again a new j, and the new j will have the value as 1 again. So whenever you are entering in the inner loop, again the value is reinitialized to that variable. So this is what I have mentioned over here. Then we'll check the condition now. So now the condition, this is another condition, is what, miss? 1 over here, and w ka value is what, miss? Can you tell me?
So 3.
3. So 1 is less than 3, true, it goes inside, prints j ka value. So j ka value is what? 1. So it will print what? 1 over here, and the cursor remains beside. Then again from here it goes to steps, that is j plus plus, j becomes 2. Then it comes to the condition checking part, and when it comes to condition checking part, j ka value is 2. 2 is less than or equal to, w ka value is 3. So the condition is true, it goes inside, it will print j. J is how much? 2, and the cursor remains beside. Then again it goes up over here, and j plus plus, j becomes how much? 3. Now again the condition is being checked, so 3 is less than or equal to 3, true, it goes inside. Now j ka value is how much? 3, and the cursor remains beside. Then again it goes to the condition checking part, no sorry, increment decrement part, and it becomes 4. Now again we'll check the condition. Now j ka 4 is not less than or equal to 3 by any chance, so then it will come down over here, and the very first thing is w plus plus, the incrementation, so it becomes 4. Now it will execute this line, that is your new line, so the cursor comes on a new line. Then again from here it goes to the I plus plus. Now my I becomes how much? 5. Now it will check the condition, so 5, whether it is less than or equal to 3, it is false. So since the outer loop is false, it will straight away come down over here where there is nothing, so it will land up over here, or maybe you can say the next execution. So now see, in this way I have printed 1 1 2 1 2 3. So this is one way of doing it. You can either use while loop also. You can have while inside while. You can have for inside while. So whatever you can use in any combinations, but the final answer should be your pattern, whatever is being given. So you can use any loops you can use. There is no restriction. But normally we use for loop because we can write everything in one single line, otherwise it will become little complicated. But still I can show you the same thing by using a while loop. See how I'll convert this into a while loop is I'll write int first, int I is equal to 1. Now before going to this part, I would like to show one more thing over here. See, now this I've used by using one extra variable, that is your w. Now I'll erase all these lines. I'll show you something. See, I'll remove this w also. Now without using that third variable also we can do it. Now how, that I'll show. See, now here I'll remove these things which are not required. Yep. Now see, I'll remove this w also. I don't require this w. Now if you see properly, w and I ka value, both the values they go in hand. So not required we should use w. We can use I also, the I outer variable ka value as a limit over here for the inner variable. Now this code, after rectifying also, this also will give me the same output. You all can try this thing on the comp later on. So you all can pause the video, you all can see the earlier code also, this code also. So here I am mentioning, like, if we are not using the third variable, you can use the loop variable itself as a limit over here, like how I've shown over here. See this one. So you don't require a third variable. Those who feel like this they are not comfortable, they can use the third variable also stuff, which I use that w or whatever. So that also will give you all marks. It's not like, okay, if you use less variables and if you do your code efficiently you get more marks. No, even if you use hundreds of variables and your code is coming proper, you will get 15 marks only. And if you are using only one variable and the code is coming, the output is coming proper, then also you get 15 marks. So the choice is yours. So don't think, Arey sir, if we do it with less number of variables the program becomes more efficient. No, not like that. If you can do it, well and good. If you are not doing, also no problem. Hmm? So this is your pattern, which one I showed. Now one more, I would show one pattern over here, so you people get an idea how to work with patterns. It's very simple. Like for example, if I say one pattern like 1 2 3 4, then I print 1 2 3, then 1 2 and then 1. So how to crack a pattern? See, first of all, how many lines are there? 1 2 3 and 4. Very simple, 4 lines are there. So I'll write over here. See, I'll take a for loop over here for I don't know what is going to come inside. So right now, see, I'm just leaving it blank, and then like this. Now this is a loop which I'm using. Now I wanted 4 lines, right? So I'll write over here int I'm taking a variable. I'll start with 1 semicolon I. Now I know the limit also, 4 lines are required, so less than or equal to 4 semicolon, then I say I plus plus. See the inner content, you need to analyze. I'm not saying it's by hearted, because by hearted is not required. If you by heart, then it is of no use. In computer we require only logic, we don't require anything to be by hearted and then put in. The codes are like you have to use your logic. Logic, even if you don't know, doesn't matter. So you see now, observe your pattern properly. How many lines are there? 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4. So 4. So 4, and then below you write system system dot out dot println. See, this line will help you to leave new line. Now what we require? We require to print, because see, first it is printing and then it is leaving a line. First it is printing, then it is leaving a line. First it is printing, then it is leaving a line. So leaving line I have written at the bottom. Now here I'll write system system dot out dot. Now here I have to write print, print, not println, because it's going to print something. Now what I'll going to decide later on. Now this part also going to get repeated, because see, here I am printing 1 2 3 and 4, then again 1 2 3, then 1 2 and then 1. That means I'm repeating this thing also, so I'll put this in a block. Now this also need to be repeated, so I'll use for, or I can use while loop also, do while also, anything. But I'll not confuse you all with mixing all those loops. We'll use one particular only for the timing, that is for and for. Now here, see, in my observation, the first starting address, no, starting numbers are same. So of course I'll write over here int j is equal to 1 semicolon, done. So my first part is done, very simple. Now the ending addresses are different. That is, first it's coming 4, then comes 3, then comes 2, then comes 1. So I'll take a variable on the top over here because I'm comfortable with this. So I'll say int w is equal to 4. Why 4? Because see, initially I want 4 as a limit. So then I can say over here j less than or equal to w semicolon, and then I say j plus plus. So this loop will go for, first time will go for 4 times, that's for sure. But I need to print 1 2 3 4 now. So whose value is changing from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, that is j. So I'll print j over here, done. Now the main mistake which we did last time, that was w ka value to be incremented or decremented. Now here what is happening out, see, w should be 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. That means that the values gets reducing, and when it is getting reducing, after we go on the next line. So here I'll say, see, here I'll write w minus minus, done. My code is done. Now this code is for this particular pattern. I can show the dry run also. It's very simple. See, I'll just take the first variable, that is w, that is 4. Then my control comes over here. So my I is how much? Is 1. Then 1 is less than 4. It goes inside. Then I have my j. J is also 1. It 1 is less than or equal to 4. True. It goes inside. Print j. So my output screen may I'll print j, that is 1. Then again from here it will go to this part, that is j plus plus j becomes 2. So again I'll have the condition checking in the inner loop. 2 is less than or equal to 4, true. Print what? J ka value is what? 2. So it will print 2, and the cursor remains on the same line because of print. Then again j plus plus, it will go from here, it will go to j plus plus. J becomes how much? 3. Then what will happen? It will check the condition. Once it checks the condition, 3 is less than or equal to 4, true. It goes inside, prints j ka value, that is 3. Then again the cursor is placed on the next line. Then again j plus plus, j becomes 4. Now here it is checking the condition, 4 is less than or equal to 4, true. It goes inside, it prints 4, and the cursor remains over there. Then again j ka value gets incremented with 5, because again we are incrementing first and then we are checking. So now when we check, j ka value is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 4 by any chance? No. So then from here it comes to this, and my w will become now 3. Then it come across this line, so the cursor goes on the new line. Then here there are no instructions below this line, so it will go to I plus plus. I becomes how much? 2. Then from here it jumps to this part, so 2 is less than or equal to 4. Yes, it is true. It goes inside. Now once the outer condition is true, it will again enter in the for the inner one. So my earlier values are lapsed and I get a new j, that is 1. Now I'll check my j ka value. My j ka value is 1. 1 is less than. Now w ka value is different. Now see, it has reduced to 3. Now the limit is 3 for this particular loop. So it will print first j ka value, that is 1. Cursor remains over there. Then again it jumps over here at j plus plus. My j becomes 2. Then it will check the condition as usual. After increment, it will check the condition. J is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3, true. It goes inside, it prints j. J ka value is 2, and the cursor remains over there. Then again j plus plus, j becomes 3. Now 3 is less than or equal to 3, true. It goes inside, prints j, that is 3, and the cursor remains over there. Then j plus plus again j plus plus, so j plus plus becomes 4. Now this time while checking the condition goes false, and then so it goes down below over here. It does now minus minus, so w ka value becomes 2, and it will take the cursor down. So see, this way the things are working. I hope this much is understood. Yes, Dakshina, is it understood? Dishita, this is understood. Harsh, this is understood. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I'll show one more. One more I'll show. You all have any idea about any pattern that you all can tell me, or otherwise I'll try something over here that is. You all tell me if you all want me to give any limit, or shall I do like this? See, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 3, 2, 1, then 2, 1, and then 1. Now why I've chosen this particular pattern? The reason behind is, if you see the earlier pattern, the ending limit is changing. This is your end that is changing. In the previous example here also your ending was changing. See, this 1 1 2 3 1, the ending limit was changing, and this here my starting things are changing, see, and my ending remains the same. So you can build any pattern, but there should be a logic. It's not like anything anyhow. Now I know after 4 3 I'll get how, by subtracting it, then again 2, then 1. This I know. So this, now here also same thing. How many lines are there? 1 2 3 and 4 lines, huh? So system dot out dot println, right? This is the C here. I'm just putting this line below. Why? Because I know first I'm printing and then I'm leaving a line. So then I close the curly brace. Harsh, see now here I'll put my for loop and I say int I. What will come over here, Dakshina? What will come over here? I want 4 lines. So I'll take a variable I. I should start with either 1, and then I'll say what? I less than or equal to 4 semicolon, then I'll say what? I plus plus, right, miss? This is fine. This will go for 4
Yeah,
times. Yes. Acha, Harsh, now tell me. Harsh, help me. If I
yeah,
do if I do something like this, yeah, if I write over here 4, see, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, this is also 4 times, and if I say 4, 3, 2, 1, this is also 4 times. So you all know the way when I start with 1 and I end at 4. If I want to start by 4, that's what I have written over here. How shall I write my condition and my increment decrement so that I can reach till 1? Can you all help me?
greater than equal to 1, I minus
Greater
I.
than equal to 1 and I minus minus. Obviously, this will also go for 4 times. This will also will go for 4 times. And if you start with 1 and if you end at 4, that will also go for 4 times. Now, why I'm using this? See, there is a reason. See, now I need to print, so I'll say system system dot out dot print, print, only print. Now see, the first priority is this one because first we are printing, and the second priority is leaving a line. So it is as per the flow. So first the computer control starts from here, it will print 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then it will leave a line. Then again when it starts on the fresh line, again first it will print 3, then 2, then 1, and then it will go on the new line. So the sequence is like this only. See, first printing, then leaving a line. Now you'll say, sir, inside we have to again repetitively print, right? So here again I'll put this in a block and I'll take a loop. I'm taking for over here. Acha, now you people will help me. See, if I say over here int j, I'm not writing anything over here, nothing over here, and let me guess now. Now, if you see this figure properly, this particular pattern, see properly, in this pattern, what I have shown you all, that is the starting things are changing, and the ending remains fixed. Whereas if you see the earlier example, the starting remains fixed. So we have written here, see here, starting. So same thing we'll do here also. Here the end part remains fixed, so I can write whatever is the j you compare, you put till 1, right? So it should be 1 for sure, so that I have written. Then um, it should go in reducing because 4 will become 3, then 2, then 1. That means j should be minus minus. See how I'm finding clues from my observation. Then here the problem is I cannot start with 4 because if I start with 4, every time I start with 4, 4, 4, 4. But this way I don't want. I want it should change. So here, rather than writing a fixed literal, I'll write a variable value. So what will happen? First time I when it is 4, that will be assigned to j, and will start from 4, 3, 2, 1. Second time when I gets decremented over here, I will become 3. When we come over here, j ka value will start with 3. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see the dry run. Now here I am printing j ka value. I'll do the dry run over here, then you will get an exact idea how to work with the C. I start with I ka value. So the control starts from here. I ka value is how much? 4. Then it goes over here, it jumps at this point. 4 is more than or equal to 1. True, it goes inside. Then it enters in this. When it enters in this, j is assigned the value which I is having, so it is 4. Then it checks the condition. Oh, now here my condition should be what? J should be always true, so that I can print my jk value and the limit should go till 1. So I cannot say less than because j is 4, it cannot be less than 1. So what I need to do is, in order to make this condition true, I will make it over here more than or equal to. So now this condition can be true as long as my value is more than or equal to 1. Once it goes below 1, then it will be false. So I don't bother about it. What is main concern is it should be always greater than or equal to 1. Then I go inside. Here it is 4, 4 is more than or equal to 1, true. It goes inside. I print j. So on the output screen, I will print 4. Then there are no instructions below this line, it will go straight away j minus minus, j becomes 3. Then from here it will jump over here, then it becomes how much? here the condition checking will be like 3 is more than 1. Yes, it is true, it goes inside, it prints j ka value, that is 3. Then again j minus minus, j becomes 2. Then we'll check the condition, that is 2 is more than or equal to 1, true, go inside, prints j, so it prints 2. Then again j minus minus, people, so it will become 1. Now I'll check whether 1 is more than or equal to 1, true, so it will print 1 on the screen. Then again j minus minus, j lands up to 0. Now 0 is more than or equal to 1, false. So when this condition is false, it will jump down over here. What do we have over here? Println new line, so the cursor comes on a new line, see here. Then from here, from this part, it will go to I minus minus. Now I minus minus means I was 3 4, now it will become 3. Then it will check the condition as usual. After increment decrement, it goes to the condition part. So here it will check whether 3 is more than 1, true, it goes inside. Now see here what happens at this point. See Harsh, here what will happen, see here what will happen, I ka value will get assigned to j. So what is I? 3. So I'll have a new j and will have the value 3. Now I'll check the condition whether 3 is more than 1, true, go and print j, j is 3. Then again j minus minus, so j becomes 2. Again I check the condition, 2 is more than 1, yes, so print j, that is 2. Then again j minus minus, it becomes 1. 1 is more than, sorry, 1 is more than or equal to 1, no, it is equal to, not more than, but it is equal to, true, so it goes inside, it prints 1. Then again j minus minus, j becomes 0. Now 0 is more than 1 by any chance, no, so it comes down, it comes out of the inner loop, it lands up inside the outer loop where we have the statement println, so the cursor goes down. Again it goes here at this point, and now my I becomes 2. Again it checks the condition whether 2 is more than or equal to 1, true. Again it enters inside the loop. While entering inside the loop, this portion, again a new j is formed, so I have j with the value 2. So now it will check the condition whether 2 is more than 1, yes, it's true, it goes inside, prints j ka value. And what is j ka value? That is 2, so it prints 2 on the screen. The cursor remains on the same line. Then j minus minus, j becomes how much? 1. Then again it checks the condition whether 1 is more than or equal to 1, true, it goes inside, prints j ka value, that is 1. Then again decrement, that is 0, the value of j. Now it will check whether 0 is more than 1, no, it comes down at this point, see, it comes down at this point and it will leave a line over here. Then again it goes to I minus minus, people, see here it will go, so my I becomes 1. Then I'll check whether 1 is more than or equal to 1, true, it goes inside. Now it will again enter at this point, it will again enter at this point, so again j, a new j will be formed and the value of I will be assigned. So value of I is how much? It is 1. Same thing will get assigned to j. Then I'll check whether 1 is more than or equal to 1, true, it goes inside, it prints 1 on the screen, the cursor remains over there. Now j minus minus, j becomes 0. Now I'll check whether 0 is more than or equal to 1, it is false, so it will obviously come to this part and it will leave the cursor, it will leave the line below it. Then I minus minus, so I becomes 0. Now it will check whether I ka value is 0, yes, it is 0 is more than or equal to 1, false, this condition is false, so it will come out and it will execute, it will come out of the outer loop also. So this is what is our output. So see, basically my plan was to show you all what is pattern. Second thing, what is the technique to solve the pattern, how to crack a pattern, that's what I showed you all by giving the example of what you can say, the steps which I showed you all, the observation which I showed you all. See, I showed you all here also, like how step by step it prints. So if you do divide two things, that is leaving a line and printing both into two separate lines, then the problem will get solved. And how to do that? See, this print statement will only printing work, it will do only printing work, and print ln will do only leaving a line. So after seeing the pattern, you should first count how many number of lines are there. So after counting the number of lines, you have to do this, you have to write println below and you put the limit over here, and the inner one, that like how I've shown you all, see over here, like how to check the ending point, how to check the starting point. So this way you all can check and you all can do. Maybe if you all have any other doubts, you all can ask me if any other patterns which you all come across, and if you all want me to solve, I'll definitely do that. But the best friend for you all to crack any pattern is your dry run. If you can do this in a proper way, No one can challenge you for your answer. You can challenge and you can say, yes, my answer is right. You can have that confidence. Okay, so that's it. I think I've explained you all about patterns also. Any doubts, you all can put it in the comment. Thank you.